All right. Welcome in, boys. We are live. Take it to the bank, Richmond. I'm Keg. With me, as always, my NASCAR partner in crime, Coop. Back from Oh no. All right. Back from vacation. Back from the Olympic break. Website's launching on the 15th. Coop, what's going on, my guy?
What's that thing you got hanging in front of you?
This
What is it? I can't hear a word you're saying. Can't hear you. So, like when we were trying to get in, all right, like Keg couldn't hear me. Now, nobody can hear the Kegger. It's always backwards. And of course, I'm going to get blamed for this because I brought it up. And it's going to be like, if you never said anything about that damn microphone, man, nothing would have happened. But yeah. I thought it was like, an issue on my end earlier, but it actually ended up being an issue on Jay's end. So, hopefully he can get it figured out here. So, yeah, I had a very good vacation. Thank you. So, we still can't hear you, Jay. What's up, D-Bay? Johnny, Iowa, Milo, Rob. Yeah. Looking thing bronzed. Oh. So, it's that damn new equipment he got, man. Iowa, man, you might have to give him some lessons or something, man. This is a situation. Yes, it is, Johnny. Yes, it is. It was working perfectly fine when we were backstage talking. No issues whatsoever. So, would like everybody to know. Still can't hear you. Would like everybody to know. Your eyes are probably not going bad, but that right above Jay's lips, that is not a shadow. That is actual hair. The power that Iowa has. It's all Iowa wanting him to grow a mustache. And he's doing it for Iowa. That's some craziness. I guess the microphone's hooked up through the computer or something. I don't know. He said that's going to look horrible. He told me it was like 3 days worth of hair on his face. There we go. Oh, there you go. There you go.
is that better?
I can hear you perfect now.
I don't know what the fuck just happened, man. Sorry.
You hit the wrong button or something, man.
No, I all I did was go live.
Mm.
And then once I went live, it totally shut off.
Mm.
All right. Welcome in, boys. Take it to the bank, Richmond. I'm your host, Keg. With me, as always, my NASCAR partner in crime, Coop. Fresh off the Olympic break, fresh off the cruise. Cooper, what's going on, buddy?
It's been a rough week. I'm a routine guy, and my routine has been busted this week.
Tell me about it, my guy. Tell me about it.
You've probably got more sleep than me. That's a tragedy in itself, right there. But I do want to start by saying I want to congratulate you.
Why is that?
Several days this week, you've been up by 10 a.m., if not earlier.
Yeah, earlier. I could say for sure earlier. And thank you, Coop. I'm trying to be a grown up now that we own a company.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to be a grown up.
Mm-hmm. So, very good job. I can only hope that it means that you're going to bed at a decent time.
It doesn't mean that yet.
I know a couple times they were not decent because you had me up at those times. But positive comments in the chat about your microphone.
All right.
Hearing that it's nice and crispy, loud and clear.
Love to hear it, boys. Love to hear it.
That's very good. Very good.
I'll be honest, Coop, for the price, it better be fucking crispy. I'll tell you that. Let's not talk about my electronics, though. My guy, Coop, has finally entered this century. What did he do? What did he do? He's like, okay, so now that we own a company, maybe I should take this seriously. He went out, he bought a MacBook, he went out, couple monitors, he went out, he bought a mic and a webcam. I've been doing shows with this guy for 4 years. Nothing.
3.5. Yeah.
3.5. Nothing.
Yeah. So yeah, but the thing is, like, you spent more on your MacBook than I spent altogether.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. So
that's all right.
So let's talk a little bit about the company. We released for some Patreon people, and so far it's been very good. As far as the issues go, limited issues, if any at all, to be honest with you. The payment process has gone well.
Yeah, so far so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we started getting the Patreon people in. No issues really. We had an issue with the email, but other than that, it's been pretty smooth.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not surprising considering who's behind it.
Oh, my guy, Kush, getting killed. Listen, technology is neither of the three of ours friends. Let's be honest.
No, it's not. You're exactly right. It's not.
Yeah, it's not. Technology is not my friend at all.
No. And it's frustrating, man. And I'll just go on a rant, and don't want to hear it, but it's just stupid, man.
Yeah, but the website will open to the public on August 15th. We'll offer basically everything we offered on Patreon, but in a bigger, better way, plus some new stuff like articles. The NFL power rankings will be on the site once the season starts. The game plans, the betting guides are really cool. So, yeah, exciting times. Been a long time.
Hey, Mishima, did you get a email with the code? Or are you not a Patreon member, or what's going on?
If you're not a Patreon member and you're just a normal guy that comes and checks out the YouTube channel, civilian, yeah, you'll be able to sign up on the 15th, my friend.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
Can we get some background noise going before we start?
What would you like?
The horn.
The horn?
I want to hear the horn.
We can do the horn. Everybody, just so you know, I'm about to hit the button on the horn, and it's not going to be great for you people. Let's go.
All right, Mishima, you should have got an email. Let us know if you didn't. So.
Yeah, then you should be good to go, bud. You should have got an email.
Yeah.
Check your spam. Check your spam folder because it might have went to your spam folder. Sometimes it's going there. Sometimes it's going to the normal place.
So let's talk a little racing, Jay.
Yep.
You know who this week's sponsor is?
The Cookout 400, right? Cookout.
One of Johnny's favorite restaurants to partake in.
Really?
Yes. You didn't
My
know Johnny
guy
was
Bravo?
a Cookout guy? Yeah.
I didn't know he was a Cookout.
Have you eaten a Cookout?
I don't think I don't even know if we have them in New Jersey.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure.
Can't say that I've eaten one either.
No.
No.
Did you ever eat at a Jiffy Lube and Steak?
No, and you really scared me when you said Jiffy Lube.
I swear to God, they exist. I'm pretty sure they exist. Like, it's either Jiffy Lube and Steak, or it's like Quaker State and Steak, or something like that. I don't know. It's fucking crazy, man. It's
Milo
crazy.
says he has.
Iowa says, "Oh, Milo.
Milo.
Oh, yeah." He said, "Yeah, it's something like that." Yeah, it's crazy. That's wild. I'm not eating a steak when I assume you get to eat a steak while you're waiting to get your oil changed. Like, is that the deal? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not
Jiffy
sure.
Lube and steak just doesn't seem to go together, man.
Oil change and a steak. Adam said pass. All right. So cool.
Let's start with
I'll be honest.
talk a little bit about Indy. I didn't hear anything about Indy. I was
I can't
leaving to the ocean.
I wish that Adam was on the show right now because I don't even remember Indy. Meyer, can I send you an invite? You want to come on the show? I don't even know if we cashed the ticket. What happened at Indy? It seems like 3 months ago.
This right here is my scenes during Indy.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
That's one of them.
That's a nice view.
That's what you want, right?
That's what you want in life, yeah.
Except you just want it to be in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah. That's what you want in life.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Milo said it's just a restaurant, but it does taste like motor oil.
Milo said we cashed Larson at Indy. You know what the great thing about this website is, Milo? I can go back and look at exactly what we cashed.
Right, why is that?
Because we track everything, Coop. That's why.
So was it a good race at all? Was it a boring race? Single file race?
Oh, was that the Brickyard?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We I didn't
Kyle Larson.
tell you. I didn't even tell you what happened. So yeah, we cashed Kyle Larson at 7-1 and 5-1, right? But I made a bet. It was a FanDuel special. Okay. It was Larson top 3, Elliott top 5, and Wallace at 18-1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you know what happened?
I do not. I was selling into the Atlantic Ocean, my man.
Okay, so we're celebrating, right? We're having ourselves a day. Like it was a good day.
So just to let you know, all right.
Yeah.
The $130 internet that I purchased, I did not use for the race. It was just for soccer. If you even want to know that.
That's fucking terrible, Coop. I mean, that's objectively terrible. But okay. We had Ryan Blaney top forward at like 225, and we did well. But the icing on the cake was we cashed an 18-1 ticket that we did not win. Why? Because at FanDuel, they go by the unofficial results when they cross the finish line, right? And when they cross the finish line, Coop, they put Chase Elliott 4th, but he was really 8th. So they had to pay us out. They paid us all out, all of us. So to be fair, we didn't really cash that ticket.
Hold on. How does he be in 4th but finish in 8th? Like I could get like 4th or 5th or 3rd and 4th, but like 4th.
Right. We have no, because like Watto was on the show. We were happy, right? We cashed. We did really well. We were happy. And then Watto goes, "Oh my God, Chase Elliott finished 4th." Now, the 20 laps before that, we had been talking about it's unfortunate. We're probably going to have a good day, but it's unfortunate that we're not going to get that 18-1 home. And then when Watto said that, we were like, wait a minute, what? How the fuck did he go from 8th to 4th? And then they show the results, and it's 4th. And then we're like, wait a minute. He still hasn't even crossed the finish line yet. And he ends up finishing 8th. And yeah, they ended up having to pay us out on it. I'll send you the invite now, Mar. It was absolutely fantastic. I'm not gonna lie.
So it was a scoring issue from NASCAR?
Yeah. Yeah, it was right on the screen. Like when they listed the first 5 guys that go over, they put Elliott up there 4th.
So when they sent out the unofficial results, what place was he in?
4th.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because the unofficial results is what we see when they're crossing the finish line and they put those numbers up.
Wow.
So they had no choice but to pay us out. How fucking great is that?
Crazy. Would you have a half a unit on it?
I had $750 on it.
3/4. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I had to go to all fucking 5 FanDuel accounts to get it down. But I mean, I had that's what I had on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I've never seen anything like that.
Me either. It's wild.
Like during the race, it's not uncommon for the graphics to be incorrect.
Right.
But like during at the end, it's usually, right. So, anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
So we ended on a really good new. We made we should have made probably 10 units, but we made way more than that.
So how was the actual race though?
That we're gonna have to wait for Meyer because I barely remember what happened yesterday. So,
did they pass?
Or
did they follow each other around?
I don't think that there were many I don't think there were many passes for the lead. No.
Okay.
No. Oh, there you go. Milo said no one passed except for Kyle Larson. He was the only guy to pass the leader.
Gotcha. Okay, that's enough about Indy.
Oh my God, my fucking guy from Paris?
Does he want to come on the show?
Yeah, I just want you to know. Look at this. We're moving up in the world, kid. You see this mic? This $500 mic right here? Yeah, I'm spending thousands while you're in fucking Paris living it up. I hope you're happy. I really hope you're happy. All right? I got a sign waiting in the cart for when you get back home, sweetheart. I miss you so much. I miss you so much, bro. Come on, man. Let's get back to – can we get back to the States? The fuck is going on? Enough is enough. The Olympics are over.
Are you going to be back on Sunday, Diego?
Nah. Oh, he's back?
Oh, he's back.
Oh, that's my fucking world. It's about fucking time, man. My fucking guy. He said, my people.
Donald Bill, man. We got a lot of steak stuff going on in this chat tonight, man.
Donnie Veal. What's up, buddy? What a fucking name that is. Adam Meyer.
Gentlemen. So you don't remember the way that Indy finished?
Adam, your view right now that I see.
I wish I could see it.
On it, you're about to see it, but that view, Meyer, let me tell you something right now. I'm stiff. I'm a little stiff.
That's what $2,000 will get you.
I just want you to know I'm a little stiff. Fucking A. I got to make a smaller thing, I guess. What's going on, Meyer?
I just want to know, like, Adam, did you really go out and like upstage Keg and get a more expensive MacBook Pro than him?
No, ours are probably pretty close to similar in value.
Yeah, he probably got the same one.
But you don't remember how Indy finished?
No, I don't. Isn't that crazy?
So you don't remember? So I was the one that yelled that we cashed that ticket.
Oh, wasn't Watto?
Everybody was giving me shit because they thought that like, oh, it's unofficial, don't count it, and then they paid it out. Right, because I was sweating host of our top 10. He was originally listed in 9th, and then they never paid me out. But
right.
You don't remember? So it was a fuel thing. Remember, Larson came down late in the race.
Hocevar finished in 9th. You bet him for a top 10, and he didn't get paid on it.
Unofficial results had him 9th, but they once they had the official
Oh,
results, he
that's
finished
right.
11th.
That's right.
Was that, did you bet it on a different book?
No, I bet on FanDuel, but they paid out. They paid out the 18 to
So
1, but they
how
wouldn't
did they-
pay me out.
Yeah,
It was
they
stupid.
paid out.
I don't
the
know, but I'm not
18-1.
complaining. If they're going to pay out the wrong ticket, pay out that
Oh
one.
my God.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, so that we had that going on, and then remember, so Larson and KB came down late in the race. We thought it was weird. They both came down,
Right.
just the two of them.
Right.
And then it turned into a fuel race, and Larson was the only one who didn't have to conserve fuel.
Oh,
And
that's
then
right.
Keselowski drove around forever on low
That's
fuel.
right. Okay, now I remember. So, Coop, what happened was it became like a race against time because everybody in the top 10 was saving fuel and they weren't going full throttle. And Larson was on it. And it was just one by one slow. And I mean, it took a minute, bro. We were sweating a little bit. Like, is he going to get there? But then he finally got there. And the only reason, basically, right, Meyer, that he was able to pass the leader, which ended up being the only pass for the leader, was because if Keselowski really would have went for it, he probably would have ran out of gas. Right?
No, yeah, but the late caution, which put Keselowski on the bottom, right after we already thought he was going to run out of gas.
Oh, that's right. And he ran out of gas, Coop. And
no, so hold on. No.
Yeah,
so
they didn't let Blaney
he
choose.
went. No, so they already did the pick and choose, right?
They did the choose, right? And right before it went green, Keselowski,
the pace car pulls off, and Kes pulls off onto pit road because he ran out of gas, and they don't call off the restart, and Blaney ends up getting screwed because he can't get up. He basically now is so right under the gun. He's starting on the bottom row, basically back a spot, right? So he is super pissed because of the whole Larson thing.
Right. Because they should have let Blaney, they should have really went around again and did
let him
choose. So Blaney would have been where Larson was, but they didn't let that happen.
Yeah, so the NASCAR official rule, right, is you have to slide up. So he doesn't get a choice. He has to go up the track, which gives Larson the bottom, which gives him all the advantage, right? Because I asked, like, why would you ever take the top? But he didn't have a choice.
Right.
So were y'all Larson or bust?
Well, Keg made a stand. I hedged with Blaney I think we got him at like 7-1 or something earlier. So I just had that ticket, but I think I had Larson like 3 times plus the 18-1, and whatever else. And then I think I had the whole manufacturer parlay that was live still, the 20-1 on every.
Oh, Coop, I did something else while you were away. I forgot to tell you about.
Did you eat at Olive Garden?
No. So I've been finally taking golf serious for about like 8 weeks now.
Wait, did you go out and play some holes?
No.
Don't do it to him.
Second time in 8 weeks, I nailed an outright on Thursday. I bet
Johnny Vegas
Friday morning. Actually, it wasn't Thursday. It was Friday morning. I bet Johnny Vegas at 20-1. Yeah.
Nice.
It's Larson or bust every week. My guy's back in the game. Let's fucking go. All right. So yeah,
we're here to talk about
this race because Adam has probably looked at this race more than you and I combined, at least at this point in the week. So talk to me, Meyer.
I actually haven't. The only thing I've looked at, and the only person who stood out to me mostly was Joey Logano, right? I think, just going back to short tracks, going back to the only time that they ran this option tire, right, and the All-Star race, he did well. If you go back and look at his history here at Richmond, 4 out of 7 times he's top 5 since 2021. So, do I think he wins the race? I think he's got a good shot, but I just think at 12-1, I think it's worth it. I don't want to bet. I can't bet Denny straight and Marty straight. So I just kind of settled on one number.
How do you think these tires are going to play out? They got 6 sets of real tires, and 2 sets of these, soft tires.
Do they have to use? Obviously,
Now,
they're probably going to save at least one set for the final stage, right? But do they have to? Is there a certain time that they have to use both?
no, you don't have to use them at all. But
You don't
see,
have to use them at all.
No. The thing is, in the past, you've got 8 sets of tires here. And what you would see drivers do is they would break the stages up into half or thirds. Well, if you break it up into halves, you can use your 6 sets of tires. But if you break it up into thirds, you have to use the soft tires. Now,
the only time we've used this tire was what? The All-Star race this year?
Yeah, I don't think this tire is going to perform nearly the same as what it did at the All-Star race.
Because Richmond is a much, much higher tire wear track.
Right. I mean, North Wilkes-Barre is a brand new paved track.
Right.
So, and with this soft tire, it's going to be good for you at the beginning, but it's going to die off very quickly.
So, do you think people, because I listened to a couple podcasts, although I have to listen to Hamlin's podcast tonight. I didn't listen to it. It's always some good info in there. But do you think people are going to want that soft tire on the last pit stop? At least one of them, one of those sets?
I mean, when's the last pit stop?
I guess it all depends on if a caution comes out or.
Right. I would not want that soft tire on a long run. If it's going to be 20 laps or less, probably.
Okay.
But I don't think I would want it if it's going to be a 50, 60, 70 lap run. But they really haven't run 70 laps here. It's going to be really interesting. It's a strategy race.
I don't think we have to worry about track temp changes because both races this year were at night, right? The first Richmond race was at night, wasn't it?
No, I don't think so.
I'm almost positive, but I'll double check.
No, you could be right. I don't know. But I don't think it was. I do know that they started that race on rain tires, though. I remember hearing something about that.
Let's see.
Donaldville says no. If that's what he's referring to.
7 p.m. Toyota owners 400. Yeah, it was at night.
Okay.
Let me pull up the odds.
So a couple notes, this has been a race where the dominant car has not done very well at being able to finish the deal and win. We've seen several races where a car has led 125, 175, 200 laps, not win. So it very much comes down to that last pit stop and strategy, which makes it a tough betting race.
Yeah. I'm with you. I mean, Toyota's been so dominant here in the past, but these tires don't wear. So what does that mean? Marty was still very good, but he wasn't as dominant as he's been multiple times at this track because the tire, he has no advantage if the tire's not going to wear.
Right. I think if you take out Marty and you take out Denny and you look at, this is the third edition of this race, the third season. And
Yeah.
if you look at like the spring race and the fall race and the last 2 years, the cars that did well in the spring didn't necessarily do well in the fall, minus a Denny and Marty.
What do you think in terms of manufacturers? Where are you at? Like Ford, bro, lately, they've been really good. There's
Yeah,
been like
yeah.
a few Fords that have just been consistently good the last 6 weeks.
Yeah,
Where
and I think that I don't that makes it really tough, man, because I think all the manufacturers are in play. And like if you look at last year's race, Ford was horrible in the spring. They did really good in the fall. So
and they
Buescher
and
won
like
this
a
race.
Ford won this race in the spring. Didn't Logano win this race or no? Who won this
Oh
race?
no, Joey didn't win it. Who won this race in the spring? I think Denny did, didn't he?
Hold on, let me check.
But I think Marty led 200 laps.
Yeah, Denny won. Logano finished second. Marty led 228 laps. Kyle Larson led 144 laps. They basically led all the laps.
Except the ones that mattered.
Yeah, except and Denny led 17. So
Yeah.
probably the last 17. So I'm with you. So like here's where I'm at. I think that we can count on Denny, Marty, and Chris Bell to be good. I think we can count on Blaney, Logano, and Berry to be good. I don't know what you think about like Kez and Buescher in terms of Ford. Like I guess they would be on the cusp. And I think like a Todd G, who has shown up this year, could probably top 10. But Chevy, I kind of feel like it's Larson and Elliott and nobody else. Elliott's been very good on short tracks this year, very underrated. So I think that he could show up, and I think that Larson can show up. But that's kind of where I'm at. Like if I had 9 guys right now, it would probably be Denny, Marty, Bell from Toyota, Blaney, Logano, Berry from Ford, and Elliott and Larson. Where are you at?
Marty and Denny.
Okay.
I don't feel Chris Bell this week.
Okay. But I mean, like, he's been the best short track car all year, right? Like on the whole.
I think him not having his crew chief could hurt. I'm sure his crew chief's going to be, talking to them, but he's not going to be at the race.
Okay. If you were going to take a third Toyota, who would it be? Nobody?
If I was going to take a third Toyota, who would it be? Bubba Wallace.
Bubba Wallace. Did you hit your fucking head on that cruise?
No. I mean, I look at the number and I look at what he's done on flat tracks. This is a race where, I think there's a lot of drivers who could win this race.
All right. What about where are you at with Ford?
Logano, definitely. Blaney, no.
He's been so good on he's been the second best car all year on short tracks.
He's not very good at Richmond.
Okay.
Not very good at all. Barry, yes. Buescher and Kez, I just don't know what to do with. I mean, I think it's a situation where if I bet them, they're going to shit the bed. And if I don't bet them, they're going to be great.
They both finished in the top 10 in the spring. They were 8th and 9th.
Right.
But like, if you look, like
I put Kez in front of Busher.
neither of them were in the top 10 in stage 1. Busher, Keselowski wasn't even in the top 10 in stage 2, and Busher was in the top 10 in stage 2.
I put Kez in front of Busher. I think Kez is better at managing the tires. Strategy wise too, a little bit better, although Busher's not bad with strategy either. But I don't know. I mean, you can't bet everybody. I don't know if I doubt if I bet either one of them pre-race.
Where are you at on Barry?
He's good at managing tires. Rodney Childress is good here. Kevin Harvick was good here, so I think he knows the setup. Barry has a late model background. I think minus a Daytona and Talladega, if Barry's going to win a race, this is one of the tracks that he would have the best shot at.
Yeah, I'm with you. Chevy, where are you at?
Chase Elliott.
What about Larson?
Chase Elliott's going to win, I think. This is Chase Elliott's race.
Listen, I was on him at Richmond earlier in the year. So I totally get the love. Like, I'm with you. Like, if I'm betting the Chevy this week, it's probably him. But I couldn't leave out Larson. Like, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, you can't. You can't.
You can't leave him out. But I'm with you. I kind of feel the same way this week.
The one that scares me is Byron. He's going to come back. He's going to come back at a race.
He is, but
and
like now,
they're dropping his odds like crazy.
He's the slowest HMS car on the track right now.
Yeah. But Sunday he could be the fastest.
What did he do here earlier in the year?
He finished 7th, started 13th.
I think last year he led 177 laps in one of the races. So
I'm with you though, Coop. Despite him only leading 5 laps, I kind of feel like if I'm betting 3 people this week, Chase Elliott's one of those people for sure.
Like my thought process was, I had a couple of bets and I put in Truex Logano and Hamlin. And, I was just hoping to get a number. If you look at the races, they're usually there at the end of these races. I think in the last 6 races, Denny's had 5 out of 6 top 5s. Marty's had 4 out of 6 top 5s. Logano's had 4 out of 6 top 5, something like that. So I think from a betting perspective, those are the 3. I definitely want to try to nail in because I think they're going to be there at the end. They might not win. They might not lead laps, but, maybe it helps you hedge somewhere.
Do you feel can we agree that both of you guys have no reason to think that anybody's passing the leader on a short track on Sunday?
So here's the thing that I've come to wonder, because I looked this up, and I think that outside of the earlier race this year, just let me confirm quick. Larson earlier this year was the only person in the last 6 races, I think, that has won the pole and won stage 1. So, yeah, you could say that there's probably just pit strategy or whatever involved in there, but I don't see a lot of guys who won the pole go out and win the race here. So, and Chris Buescher won this race from starting 23rd last year.
But just because that happened, it could happen on pit road. It could happen on the restart. There's no guarantee that the reason why they don't win the race is because they got passed.
Yeah, so Chris Buescher started 26th last year in the July race. He didn't finish top 10 in stage 1, finished stage 2 and second, and then finished stage 3 as the leader. right? Won the race. So,
last year.
Yeah. So
do you think that we saw less passing or more passing or the same amount of
same
passing?
setup, right? I don't expect
like
it to be different, other than the tire. I think the biggest concern is what do you think happens to the tire if you think that there's fall off with
I expect absolutely in terms of like the normal tire, I expect absolutely nothing to change, and I expect very little fall off.
I think of all the short track races, this could be one where you could see some passing for the leader because the track is abrasive. The tire, I know you were talking about not falling off a lot, but I think it's going to fall off more here than what it is on the other short tracks, obviously.
But do you think that, like, how did you feel in March when like two guys led 400 laps?
I mean, I felt real good in March, man, because it was the beginning of a run that I was on to make a lot of units.
No, that's not what I'm asking, man. I'm
Right
like,
now, I don't
how did you
feel good at
feel
all.
about the tire wear?
Well,
I don't
so
remember.
let's just, if you rewind back to the July race of last year, Buescher led 88, Hamill led 20, Kez led 102, Marty led 18, Bubba led 80, Reddick led 81. There was more than a handful of laps to be shared across that entire race.
Different tire, though, right?
If they use the option tire, yes. Right?
No, but didn't they even change the normal tire for short tracks this year?
Yeah, it's a different tire.
Yeah, so now, like,
it's a different package too.
We had two guys. I don't know, man. We just watch these guys on these short tracks follow the leader. Like, I feel
if you listen to Denny's podcast, right? Denny says over and over.
Talk to me about that.
Well, he mainly just recapped the Indy race and said that they've just essentially turned NASCAR races into fuel management races. Right? I think Denny said he might have ran 30% of that race at full throttle. The rest of it that was just managing fuel.
What did he say once he looked towards this week? Anything?
So they purposely weren't running full throttle so that they could save gas, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
exactly. So, and he just brings up a ton of good points about like how good the Xfinity race was at Indy and how bad the Cup race was. Because you remember Herbst passed Almirola, and was it? I can't remember the other. They were 3 wide, right?
Do I remember? I was on suicide watch. Yeah, okay. I remember.
So, what Denny says the problem with the Cup car is that as you basically you go to take the air off the person in front of you, and all you do is lose the air off of yourself, and you can't pass. You can't move anybody. You can't make the pass because the aero is so bad in the next gen car. So,
like, I know y'all don't like the Xfinity cars, man, but they're so much better than these Cup cars.
They're 100% better racing. Yeah. It's just the talent is bad. The talent causes chaos, which digs into our pocketbook.
Yeah, without question, the best racing probably in the entire sport right now is that series, but it's so volatile, it's fucking impossible to cash a ticket.
Yep.
That's the problem.
So if you listen to Denny's podcast, you would assume that passing anybody for the lead is going to be difficult. But with the short track, we've already seen it's almost impossible to pass green flag for the lead. So, I don't know.
The new mic sounds good, Meyer?
Yeah, you just got to stay in front of it. When you're moving around a lot, obviously, the sound goes in and out, but you're good. You're good for sure. Coop, the number on Byron is interesting. DK's got Byron at 11-1. FanDuel has him at 19-1. I think I saw him 15-1 earlier in the week.
I think another thing that we need to look at, Meyer, can you pull up the qualifying groups? Because I looked at them quickly.
Yep. Yeah, I got them.
But Group B is stacked, in my opinion, if I looked at them right.
Group B is Larson, Blaney, Bell, Gilly, Hocevar, Suarez, Stenhouse, Keselowski, Buescher, Marty, Bowman, Byron, Logano. Holy shit. Eric Jones, Josh Berry, Yeah, that's a little crazy.
Like basically the half of the top 10 and speed rankings here in the 24, the early race.
I mean, the only good car. There's only two people we expect to contend for the win in Group A, and it's Denny and Elliott. Nobody else.
Well, but if you really look at it, like I think Bubba's going to be in the top 10. He can
Yeah, but
that's why I said
that's not contending for a win.
I don't know, man.
It doesn't matter if he makes a pit strategy call. Can you see somebody, just like you said last week or 2 weeks ago, right? When you wanted to bet Bubba to win stage 2.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Is anybody more desperate to get playoff points right now than Bubba? Being right.
No, he's 7 points out of the playoffs right now.
Right. So does that, if he gets a stage win in this race, does that change? Does his strategy change in the middle of the race where he's racing for playoff points?
It very well could.
Win.
Yeah, it very well could, for sure.
Because he wasn't bad here in the early race this year. He was second in total speed rankings in the first segment. He was pretty much in the top 5, average speed rank in the entire race.
And I think that's going to be a big thing for him, man, because he hasn't had a good year. Had a lot of issues. But he might come here with a lot of positivity, knowing that he did well in the spring. Just keep an eye on him.
An interesting number. So I guess in terms of outrights, I just have the one bet on Logano so far. That's just sticking to my guns, right? I think he's going to.
I mean, it's not. I mean, he's been good on short tracks this year. It's not a bad bet. I mean, I think he's in play for sure.
Would you bet Bowman or Bubba?
Would I bet Bowman or Bubba?
Mm-hmm.
You think momentum's a thing? I think I would take Bowman.
Mm-hmm.
He was not good here.
Right. But he wasn't good at that time range, I don't think, at all.
Yeah, I think it's close probably, but I would probably rather bet Bowman.
Okay.
Yeah, so Bowman has 16 races at Richmond. Only 1 win, 1 top 5, 4 top 10s. So average finish. Let's see, average start. Average finish is 18th, almost 19th. Not great history here.
Read Blaney's.
Ryan Blaney, average finish 20th. 16 races, no wins, no top 5s, 3 top 10s. Only led 131 laps. Average start is 13th.
That's not good. 7th. That's not good, but he's been so good on short tracks this year that he scares me, man.
But in prior years, hasn't he been so good on short tracks too, probably?
Would you, now we know what you know about Iowa, would you consider Iowa any comp to Richmond?
No.
Not really.
Yeah, Iowa runs more like a super speedway, a mile and a half.
All right, looking at the odds. Bell, wow, Bell's your favorite, huh?
Yep.
Chris Bell's your favorite at plus 450. That number's short. Like, he should be probably.
You know what's funny? So let me tell you Logano's numbers at Richmond. Average finish 6.3. 7 races, 4 top 5s, 6 top 10s, 7 top 20s. Average start 12.9. Best finish is second. Right? Chris Bell, average finish 6.4. 0.1 spots behind Logano. Same number of top 5s, same number of top 10s, same number of top 20s. He's led less laps than Logano, had a worse average start than Logano, and his best finish is second. Their numbers are identical.
It's only because he has multiple wins right now on the year, and he's been the best short track car this year in totality. But the number's short. That number is short. He should be.
It's
probably,
literally identical to Joey's numbers here, with worse driver average over
Right.
7 races.
right.
How
He
did,
should he should probably be 8-1. I would think, maybe 750.
yeah, Milo, you're exactly right. Blaney is not very good on tire wear tracks. What did Carson Hocevar do here in the spring?
In that race in particular,
he finished
Hocevar
27th.
started 25th.
Yeah.
Driver rating is horrible. Driver rating of 35. 36.
It's wild that he's favored over Marty and Denny.
Carson Hocevar?
No, Chris,
No, he's talking about Bell.
Chris Bell. All right. So after Bell, Marty and Denny 5-1. I mean, they're probably the class of the field at Richmond consistently. So that feels right to me. They probably should be about 5-1. You think those
Is this
numbers?
the part of the year last year where Marty came alive or started to go backwards? Or
He had
was it
all-
during the
he had-
playoffs where he went backwards?
He had already come alive. He was already the best car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You hit that button again, and now we can't hear you. Quit
Keep
messing
your
with
hands
that button.
off the microphone.
I didn't hit any button.
Okay, you
Okay,
went
well
mute for a
then
minute.
your cable might be loose or something. I don't know. We can hear you. Just calm down. But Marty hasn't been great lately, right?
No.
So, do you think he shows up here after a 2-week break?
I think you very well could.
I mean, it's Richmond, so yeah, 100% he could. I expect him to be just about as good as he was probably earlier in the year. It's Marty at Richmond. Same thing with Denny. Like 5-1 is probably a fair price. I think if you shop, you could get 6. I think like 7 would be ideal for Denny.
Not getting 7.
No.
Yeah,
no shot.
I think 7 would be ideal for Denny. You could probably find 6 out there.
Can you pull up the
6
driver
is fair.
averages and
Yep,
see
it's already
where
up.
Denny and Marty have started the last couple races here? You know how to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
He started 11th in this race in the spring. Marty started 7th in the race in the spring.
What about last year?
Last year,
he started 3rd. Marty started 10th. And if you go back to the early race last year, Marty started 12th.
Because I think based upon these groups, like if you want to bet Denny and Chase Elliott, I would probably do it prior because there's a good chance that they can start very well in this race.
I mean, there's not a good chance. They're guaranteed to start in the top 10.
That other group, like we could see a Truex or we could see a Logano start outside the top 10 because that's a tough qualifying group.
Denny's never started on the pole in the next gen car here.
I have a hard time seeing Logano not qualify well. Like that. Ford's MO on short tracks is just put down a fast lap.
If you look at the details on Logano's starts, though, he started 10th, 20. I'm just going chronologically backwards. 10th, 23rd, 18th, 17th, 11th.
What did he start in the spring? 10th?
10th. Finished 2nd. He started
Yeah.
11th or worse, or 10th or worse, since April 22.
Yeah.
But he's only finished outside the top 10 once.
I think, Denny and Chase are pre-race bets. The other ones, maybe you can get slightly better odds, if they don't qualify well.
I don't think Kyle Larson's not going to qualify well. You think that number is going to go up or down?
I mean, even if he doesn't qualify well, I mean, you're looking at 750.
That's where it's at now. I bet he would go. Do you think he would just go to what Denny's at? Depending on how Denny qualifies. And you think he'd just go to that 550, 450 range at worst?
I mean, if he starts in the first 2 rows, yeah, he'll be 5-1 probably. Especially considering
FanDuel has the best number on Denny at 6-1.
Especially considering that Larson led 150 laps here in March.
Yeah.
He started on the pole as well.
We talked about Larson, obviously. Logano 10-1. Myers on him.
There's 12-1s out there.
I'm just looking at Bet365. We'll probably be on him. He's been good on short track, so gotta respect it. It's all he's been good at, though. After him, Ryan Blaney 11-1. I'm just nervous about his year so far. But like, if you're asking me, would I rather bet Ryan Blaney at 11-1 or Chase Elliott at 12-1? I'd definitely rather bet Chase Elliott. 100%.
Ryan Blaney at 11-1 or William Byron at 19-1.
Can you guarantee me that he's going to show up with speed?
I can't guarantee you anything.
I'm not betting Blaney, so just give me Byron.
That's my thoughts.
I don't know. I probably won't bet either, to be honest.
Ryan Blaney at 11-1 or Keselowski at 16.
Wait and bet them both live.
Probably Kez.
Okay. That's what I would do.
The number on Chase at 14 is interesting.
Yeah, we're going to be on him for sure. He'll be one of the couple guys I bet this week. After Elliott, Byron 14. I don't know. I just don't. He's the slowest HMS car on the track. Coop's right though. Like eventually, he's just going to turn on at some point.
I think the strategy with Byron from here on out, if they're going to continue to hang, 15 to 19 to 1 on him, like just let's put a quarter or a third of a unit on him, and if he does well, we'll know mostly at the beginning of the race if he has a car or not. Keep an eye on him. But like sooner or later, you're going to be cussing if you don't get on him because he's going to win. Because vacation's almost over.
I guess.
What are you smirking about?
I'm looking at these Bubba Wallace numbers. They're funny. Started in the top 5 his last 2 races here. Finished stage 1 and 2nd, both races here.
What's the best number you
outside
can get
the
on
top 10. I see 40 right now at DraftKings. There's 31 on FanDuel.
I mean,
his top Toyota is 20
I
to
know
1.
he hasn't been great this year, but like we continue to say at the end of last year and then obviously the beginning of this year before we knew he was going to struggle, like he's been getting better and better every year at managing his tires. He's been getting better and better every year at these short, flat tracks.
40 to 1 for him to win, and plus 145 for him to top 10. We'll get into that later, but it's interesting.
I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Busher, where are you guys at on Busher this week?
I'll just watch him live. I can't, bet him pre-race.
Yeah. I agree. Meyer?
Not an outright I'm looking to carry into the race. If I have to adjust live, it's probably where it's going to be. Because I just feel like this isn't a race I want to be exposed to a bunch of people pre. Unless you guys find a way to get on these people.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm basically in the same boat. After Busher, Tyler Reddick 18-1. I really don't have any interest in Tyler Reddick this week. Where are you guys at?
Hasn't been good on short tracks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gibbs at 20-1. Same. Where are you at?
Tire wear. No interest in Gibbs.
Yep. Josh Berry, 25-1. Here we go. All right. So I like Josh Berry. I don't know if I'm going to bet him to win the race. What's his top 5, Meyer?
Josh Berry top 5 is plus 360.
Yeah, I'll probably. I might take a taste. I think he could easily top 5. He's run around in the top 5 at almost every short track this year. So I don't really expect anything to change.
William Byron 19-1 or Josh Berry 25-1.
Josh Berry, and it's not even fucking close.
Wow,
that seems aggressive.
How many NASCAR Cup wins does he have?
I don't care, Coop.
Like,
I care.
Doesn't 25-1 seem a little bit low?
No, not anymore, because he shows speed on every short track. Every short track, he shows speed.
Listen, I know it was Josh Berry's season a lot in Xfinity. I feel like you're really going in after 2 weeks of vacation here.
Meyer, how many go to the short tracks this year and tell me where Josh Berry finished?
Let me see in the next gen. Obviously, it's by far his best. He has 11.4 average finish at short tracks.
Just this year.
Well,
this is his first year, man.
Oh, right.
24.
Right.
Well, you can go back. Oh, well, you can go back to Richmond in 23, where he was in a Chevy. And he finished second in that race, by the way.
All right, yeah. All right, let's talk about that race.
He was in Chase Elliott's car too, by the way. Just keep that in your pocket.
Ding, ding.
He finished Bristol 12th, Richmond earlier this year 11th, Martinsville 25th, Iowa he finished 7th. 3 of those 4 he started 2nd, 3rd, 7th.
Where was he at the end of stage 2?
In what race?
All of them.
Oh boy. Here we go. Just a second. The Iowa race, Josh Berry finished stage 2 in 2nd.
Right.
Martinsville was not a good race for him. I gotta find him. He finished stage 2 in 10th. Richmond, Josh Berry finished stage 2 in 2nd.
Right.
And Bristol. Damn it. Clicked the wrong button. Bristol, Josh Berry did not finish stage 2 in the top 10. Did lead 25 laps, though.
All right, so a couple times this year, he's been fucked in stage 3, probably, I would assume, on pit stops at some point. Yeah, I think he could top 5 for sure. And he's great at managing tires. It's literally the best thing he does.
What group is he in qualifying?
Josh Berry.
I have not seen a number for this yet, but I want to know what his poll number would be.
He's not on the list, Coop.
What list?
Oh, my bad. My bad. He's in the tougher group.
All right, but I'm not betting him.
Yeah, I was gonna, if he was in Group A, I would bet him to.
Because basically what you said from what Meyer got out of what I got out of what Meyer said is when he qualifies well on these short tracks, you can't pass, so he stays up front. But when he doesn't qualify well, he's not good enough to pass the cars.
But isn't that
Yeah,
the case?
if I remember right, at Iowa, he had a fast car, but he just couldn't get by the leader.
Hold on. Isn't that the case for most people in this series, Coop?
Yeah, for
Just
most
the
of
case
them,
for the
but
car.
you know,
So, but then why are you saying it like a slight towards him?
because like you're treating him like he's a freaking Kyle Larson.
Why? Because I
You know?
want to take a shot at a top 5 at 4-1. What are
Wow.
you talking about?
Wow.
4-1 ain't that great.
4-1's good for normal people, Coop. You know what I mean?
No people.
Listen,
I
you got to
think
put
it
another
comes down to
digit in
qualifying.
front for Coop to bet it.
He's
I
a
think
psycho, bro.
I think it comes down to qualifying, man. And I don't think he's going to qualify well. Too tough of a group. Where did he start in the spring in this race?
Third.
Third?
Yeah. Third, huh? Were any of
what
those
group was
cars on the track?
What
Or
group
do
was
we
it?
have a new 40?
I wish you luck.
Oh, hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me back that up because this was the race that he was bad at. Of those 4 short tracks, this is the one that he was bad at. So I apologize. This is the one where he started 30th. But is this the one that he didn't qualify? Because there was one race he didn't qualify. Right?
Jay just said he started third.
No,
didn't
that was
say
me.
that.
That was me.
Oh, okay.
But wasn't there a race this year he didn't qualify? That's why he went to the back, or he wrecked during practice.
There's no way that Josh Berry, okay, in that number 4 car qualified 30th for real in any short track this year. So
I think he wrecked.
It had to be something.
Yeah, I had to go back and actually look. I mean, if you guys want to talk, I could find it out later in the show. But if I remember right, that's the one where he did screw up in. But one thing that was also to remember here, right, is there was 45-minute practice. Right?
Yeah, but
and Denny says in his podcast that the longer that practice goes, the worse it is for racing. Because everybody can figure out the package.
Everybody dials into the same spot.
Yep,
right.
And nobody passes.
Right, but like, hold on. You need to go back and look at this. I think it's 20 minutes you get for the one tire and 20 minutes or 25 minutes for the other tire. I don't think you can go 45 minutes all on one type of tire.
I'd have to look at what Parker's posted. I mean, even then, do you see teams in practice just go the full time on? Well, they'll just give more information to each other. When you think,
yeah,
where they could just run multiple setups in that time frame,
yeah,
across the teams.
Right. I mean, it's a practice. It's one of them races, practices where you very well could see, a couple of HMS cars do good and a couple do horrendous. And same with Gibbs. I don't know. It's a tough race.
All right. After Berry, Bowman 28-1, Chastain 28-1. Any interest in either?
I heard a rumor that Pitbull's out of Trackhouse.
Pitbull, the singer?
Yeah. Pitbull, the owner.
Oh, sorry. Can you answer my question?
What was your question?
Bowman, Chastain, any interest?
No.
Meyer?
No, I think we're out of the people that I have any interest in pre-flop.
All right. KB, LOL. Bubba Wallace, Coop already talked about how he feels about him. Yeah, I mean, 100-1 on back, which is Cindric, Gilliland, Dylan. None of them really interest me, but I will say one thing.
Oh, you're gonna tell me you have interest in Riley Herbst at 750?
No. Please don't even bring that name up to me, because I cost myself a $16,000 ticket by
I
not
didn't hear about
betting him.
that.
Yeah, you didn't hear about that. All right, Meyer. Can you tell me what Gilliland has done on short tracks this year and what his top 10 number is? Actually, I could find that.
Yeah, if you want to find his
I'll find the number.
Mr. Gilliland.
Traditionally, he's not bad. I mean, I know he's good at Phoenix. He's really bad in the mile and a half.
Plus 450 at a top 10. I'll probably be on that. You know why, Coop? Because I think, like, if he's not a bad tire wear guy.
Not great in terms of average, but this goes back. So you want to go back to 20 just this year, or you want to go back 23?
Just this year.
Okay, so just this year, he's finished 26th at Bristol, 21st at Richmond, 13th at Martinsville, 12th at Iowa.
That's not great.
He's started
close.
He started 6th in the Richmond race earlier this year. By far his best start.
And he finished what, 21st?
Correct.
That's weird. Why did he just go backwards?
Because he's Todd Gilliland.
I don't know. Like, that top 10 number kind of interests me. I could see him running around in the top 10. But outside of that, all these long shot bombs, no interest at all. All right, let's get out of here and go over to the premium video. All right, boys, we're out of here. So in terms of, like, who we're going to be looking at, probably Marty, Denny, Elliott, and Logano to start. And then I would say my number 5 would probably be Kyle Larson. I'm not sure if I'm going to bet all those people, but those would be my top 5 probably. Tomorrow we will be live at 5 p.m. What time is the race, actually?
6:30. It's at night.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So the MMA card starts at 5 p.m. We'll be live tomorrow at 5 for that on NTH YouTube. And then while we're on, we'll be live for the NASCAR race. Also, the website launches on Thursday. Everybody go check it out. Use the promo code Nuke25. It'll get you 25% off your first monthly payment. And that's it. Exciting times. We're getting ready to roll. And we will see you guys back here tomorrow at 5 p.m. For the boys, I'm Keg. We're out. Later.